Hi, how we doing? This is Mr. Tubb. I teach at Myers Park High School. Of course, Earth and Environmental Science, my absolute favorite. Believe it or not, this is my fourth year teaching at Myers Park. I consider myself to be a senior. Kind of my joke with students. It's the first year where the students I had, of course, freshmen are now possibly seniors. So it'll be neat and awesome to see graduation this year and all the amazing success. If you're looking at my screen, which I'm hoping you can, this is the canvas for my course. And if you go back to the home screen, this is generally where it's at. I know a lot of times when you go to your dashboard, the students have a dashboard where they can access all of their courses. My screen's a little bit different than most students because I have a lot of courses. Internet hopefully is fast enough. So if you look at this, this is the Earth Environmental course that I'm teaching currently. It has a North Carolina state sign right there. So once they click that, this will be the home screen. Now the neat thing that I actually put in my home screen is, there's an All About Me Google slide. Like I said, I can press that button. And if I do, a video should pop up and it covers me personality-wise, just pretty much, my family, my personal interests. There's a lot of neat pictures on this as well. So I can pretty quickly look through the presentation with you or for you, just so you can kind of have an idea a little bit about myself. And again, internet is going a little slow. Now, if you actually want to see this, a lot of times there's a verbal presentation of this Google slide recorded on my homepage right here. But also there's a course navigation video. So if you say you're not sure with how to navigate the course, and I have a video here where I'm going through and describing the course overall. So let me go back to the All About Me presentation. And I know the internet is going a little slow, but I am very excited about actually being in person in school. I know the huge challenge last year was the virtual learning, and I'm very happy to see everyone is actually back to school. So very quickly, table of contents is pretty much family, hometown, educational experience, my hobbies, and of course trip travel, and just overall my personal interest. And I like this next slide because it kind of just gives you a visual demonstration, pretty much a summary of things, which I'll kind of touch base on and throughout the presentation. At the top we have my high school and undergrad and grads college, favorite football team, MP, our school, national board certification, my favorite movie, Rocky, and of course my wife Monica, Miss Tubb, who teaches at Myers Park as well. And then my two animals. We have Gilligan and Skipper, and my son Bronson, and a lot of things we like to do with our free time. So we're looking at, hiking, camping, going to the mountains. Very beautiful. And we jump to a couple of pictures as well of, our family. Now, education-wise, myself, of course, went to North High School and what's called DePaul University. It's a private school, middle of Indiana, very far from here. And my elementary education undergrad was K-6, so kindergarten through 6th grade. And I actually loved teaching math science in the middle school. So I taught at South Charlotte Middle School for about 13 years. And like I said before, this is my fourth year in high school, and I went to Wingate University, virtual learning myself, and on campus slightly. I got the master's degree in educational leadership, so I do have my K-12 principal's license, and but I love being in the classroom, and it's not a scenario that I want to jump into any sort of administration just yet. Married into the Green Packer family, so my wife was born in Madison, Wisconsin, and she's been a huge Packer fan for her entire life. And of course, I fell in love with the team quite a ways away. So about 15 years into being a huge Packer fan. Go Pack Go. Travels. Two coolest places I've been out of the U.S. Is Paris, France. It was during college. It was a travel history experience with revolutions, and it was actually a lot of fun to spend 3 weeks in Paris when I was in college with about 15 different college students and a couple professors. So overall, it was a really cool experience. Also, Rome, Italy, and a couple other, Capri and other locations. My wife and I spent a few weeks in the Amalfi Coast and really explored different areas of Italy, not just Rome. And here's me, my wife, and Bronson actually doing a few things locally, going to the zoo and enjoying feeding a giraffe. My son was a little intimidated by that, but overall, it was a lot of fun. And my last, and certainly not least, overall, my personal interest is two main things: mental and physical well-being / health, whether that's running or lifting to reduce stress, yoga, the same idea, and then maybe drinking enough water and sleeping. So really, just making sure that you're, mentally, physically ready and motivated to do what it is that you really are, into. Now, last but certainly not least, I want to make sure to show you how to access, the actual Canvas. And with my class, everything is organized through Canvas, but not everything is submitted through Canvas. It's not a virtual learning experience, but it's also, a situation if there's issues and, having to miss school, whether it's COVID related or not, it at least helps keep things structured and very organized. So as you're on the home page, right here we have the current unit. So that's what we're on. When you click that circle, it directly takes you to the unit page. So we can click the astronomy, which is our current unit. And as you can see, each lesson and agenda is posted according to the schedule. And typically you can see where we are by this little blue-white icon. This is where we are. And when you go up, you can actually see a lesson with the resources, whether it's the actual presentation with content or notes, sometimes labs, but different assignments that can be or need to be turned in. So usually I identify whether it's, hand copy in class or, needing to be turned in virtually. All right, so if you press back, we'll go back to that particular homepage. Now at the bottom, if we go all the way to the bottom and you click home, you don't go just directly here, you go all the way back to the home screen. And again, this is where you can access the current unit. Or if you click the index for the other units, now you're looking at all of the units. Now you're not going to have access to everything. Not everything is published because I'm always in the pattern of changing things, improving things. So that does not mean all of these are going to be the same as what I've taught before, but you'll definitely be able to access these as we cover. So let's go to the astronomy page. And here's just an example of one of the presentations. And these are typically large presentations. There's a lot of slides involved. But if you'll notice, there are even labs that I've included, whether it's instructions on a lab. So a lot of it is different visuals, GIFs, animations, videos. So it's a really, really good way to help students understand the material because it's all about the motions of the Earth. And as far as this presentation, but some fun, interesting things on there. So there you go, the Earth movement. So other side details, I do have a wish list and of course a syllabus. The syllabus itself does include the different schedules and the grading policy. Those are the two things right now that are very different than usual. There are things that my classes blocks 1, 2, and 3 do to join my remind so they can communicate, texting, and the new schedules. So if you've not heard, Tuesday and Thursday, we have a SEL and advisory at a different time. So we have block 1, block 2, and then we go to SEL advisory, and then we go to block 3, then lunch, and then of course fourth block. The schedule is slightly different. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there is no SEL course, and that social emotional learning typically is your homeroom. So it would be the 3 classes, then lunch, and then fourth block. But again, these should be posted. I know they're posted in my classroom, but they are definitely on my syllabus as well. All right, the biggest change, and this is kind of the breakdown of the assessments and the coursework. Down here is the breakdown, the new breakdown. So when you look at the 20% of prepare, it's just a quick classification of what they are. So if there's homework or warm-ups, exit tickets, smaller checks for understanding, that's more of the prepare. So it's a lower percentage of the overall grade. The rehearse is 30%. So we're looking at quiz and labs and mini assessments, projects, classworks, and that's, again, 30. So it's a little more than the others. And then the largest performance is going to be the assessments, different performance tasks, projects with rubrics. And it does give a really nice focus on the minimum and the maximum. So, if you have someone that's, over the maximum or under the minimum, it really kind of makes things a little unlevel. So this is a really good policy. And in my syllabus, I have given an outline, at least of the details of which units I'm going to be teaching. All right. And if you have any questions, of course, feel free to contact me. It's in the syllabus. Or on this page here, right here, jeremy.tubb@cms.k12.nc.us. And ultimately, my course, these are the things that I pretty much require. A Chromebook itself has to be charged. It has to be there. And a 3-ring binder. Those are the absolute number 1 and 2 things that I need for my class. Typically, if I hand something out, it's 3-hole punched. It should be entered into that 3-ring binder so it does not get lost. And last but certainly not least would be if you want to help out. These are some major things that I can use in my class as far as materials we need. Printer paper, disinfectant wipes, Ziploc bags, paper towels, tissues. So some of it is cleaning the classroom. Others are for actual units and organizing things like the Ziploc bags. And last on the list would be any sort of gift card that's helpful. A lot of the materials I purchase for labs in class typically are from Amazon, Walmart, or some sort of grocery store if we're, collecting different materials to do labs. So there's a lot of costs associated with science labs. And the last note, make sure that your charged Chromebooks are here and ready. I'm not going to use Chromebooks every single day, but it is very helpful to have access. So, and again, sorry if I've given too much information. I apologize. It is important to hear and know a lot of this. But if you have questions, please email me, and we'll help as much as we can. Thanks. Have a good day.